just, you know, when you talk to our weather people and when one pops up, so we had to delay practice, you know, and then they don't know when the other ones are going to pop up. So just to keep our schedule and keep us going on time, we just decided to go inside. And, you know, fortunately today, you know, was how we had it scripted. It wasn't good. It didn't hurt us going inside with what we had at practice.
What was the focus?
You know, the main team focus was red zone, doing a lot of red zone stuff. So, you know, when you're inside, it doesn't become much of an issue because you're working down that part of the field.
How'd they look in the red zone stuff?
Good. Good. Offense look good sometimes. Defense look good sometimes. Yeah, it's football. So it gets, you know, it's sometimes tough. I worry about effort. You know, I thought the effort was much better today than yesterday. I was pleased with the effort our guys gave. We kind of got after them a little bit. After yesterday's practice, that we needed to see a certain level of effort out there when we practice, and we saw it today. That's what I was pleased with. You know, the execution, that we get all that cleaned up, and but the effort you can't get cleaned up.
You had mentioned it before. Did you maybe tinker around with Fletcher Cox on offense goal line, stuff like that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's something that's in the, you know, that would work with to get it ready. Just have another big body back there, whether it be a tight end or fullback. You know, I mean, and just because he's so athletic, you know, and you know, he can catch and he probably can run.
Does he enjoy it?
Oh yeah.
He could probably run, huh?
He could probably run.
You got a fridge package for him?
Huh? He don't look like the fridge now. He'd probably run like our tailbacks. What are you doing?
Talk about Charles Mitchell being, I've heard you say more than once, he's your best player. What is it about him that makes him that gives him that distinction?
You know, just his attitude. I mean, his preparation for games, his work ethic on the practice field, how he trains, practices, prepares. You know, and then you watch him on film, and he follows through with it. You know, I mean, and he might not be the flashiest player in the world, but, you know, when you go and you look at the grades, I mean, he's always grading out. He always does his job. He's always where he's supposed to be, making the plays he's supposed to make. And, you know, we can get all our guys to play on that level, we'll be in good shape.
I remember talking to Sly when Charles was a freshman and talked about how he just came in. He looked like an SEC guy. You know, his build and everything else, his work ethic. I mean, when you got here, you know, his second year, I guess, what was your first impression of him?
You know, I mean, that's what it is. I mean, Charles is Charles. You know, he doesn't need motivation. I mean, he is he's a winner in life. You know, I mean, whatever he's going to do in his life, he's going to win at. You know, you just see the guys that have that it. He has it. You know, of whether it's going to school, whether it's playing the piano, whether it's being the captain of the football team, he's got that it that he's going to be successful.
Does he play piano?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Really well, big time actually.
He plays something at the Gator Bowl, the hotel?
Yeah, like every Friday. Like if there's a piano at the hotel on Friday night, he's playing.
Yeah.
What is it about Tyler? You've said before that now you feel like you put him in a game, you know you can win, and you maybe didn't feel that way last year. What's the difference in his development?
Well, I mean, one, he's played in the game, so I mean, the shock of the game doesn't get to him when things happen on the field. There's no confused look. There's no, you know, what happened to me, or wow, this is going too fast. You know, he understands everything that's happening out there on the field, and you know, when he makes a mistake, he usually knows that he's made a mistake before you even tell him. You know, those are the type of things you want, and that you know you can put him out there to win.
Tomorrow, do you guys really get into preparations for Memphis, or is that something you wait for on
Really Friday.
Friday?
You know, I mean, we've started preparation already, but it goes wholesale Friday. You know, Friday, Sunday, so it goes wholesale on Friday.
How do you do that without, like you said, accurate tape on what they are? And what
You got to look at what they did last year, and you know, check their personality last year, and that's kind of what you plan on.
How much are you keeping up with their quarterback race at Memphis?
I read it a little bit every day, and we have a big. I mean, we keep books. Our GAs have books of every article that's ever written that they scan and kind of pull out the highlights for us.
The redshirt freshmen, the guys that are probably going to get on the field next Thursday, what do you try to communicate to them right before the game?
You know, and this is what you've worked hard for. I mean, you've worked really hard for that moment. You know, I mean, football's a a sport where we work year-round for 12 opportunities. Hopefully, and if you win enough, you get 13 or 14 opportunities. And, you know, for those guys that now, it's the time to take advantage of it. You know, I mean, you better love that situation or go harder than you ever did running the stadium steps or in the mat drills or any of those things, because this is one of the 12 opportunities that we prepare all year for.
Is there any certain position that you were either worried about, or maybe we haven't talked a lot about, that now that toward the end of camp and everything, you feel pretty confident things are going to be okay, or maybe better than you thought entering camp?
Boy, I don't know. I'm worried about every position, but I'm confident in our guys. So, that's tough for me because I'm panicked about everything. You know what I mean? I'm panicked about our tailbacks. You probably wouldn't think that. I'm panicked about our quarterbacks. You know, I'm thinking I just want to, I'm kind of a perfectionist that way. So, you know, I don't know if there's one that jumps out to me that's ahead or behind of where we thought it would be, you know, because my expectations are really high. That's what makes it tough to say.
Do you think the left tackle stuff has been overblown at all, or is that still a pretty big concern?
No, I'm not concerned about it because I don't, you know, the players that are going to play, I don't expect them to go be Derek Sherrod, you know. My concern is them is getting ready to play it in a game situation. Now, not their ability to do the job, it's getting them experience as fast as possible.